There is an all brand new shooting mechanic in NBA 2K25 called rhythm shooting, and it's breaking the game. And in this video, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to master the rhythm shooting feature so you can shoot the best possible way in NBA 2K25. Make sure y'all drop a like and subscribe, and let's get right into it, y'all. Now, rhythm shooting is very hard to learn in NBA 2K25, and it's probably going to be a little bit confusing for me to explain it. But what you're going to want to do is you're going to shoot with the right stick, you're going to hold it down, and then once it's time to release the shot, you're going to have to flick it right up. Now, you can't flick it straight up too fast because as you can see on the release feedback, it is saying great tempo, so you have to control the speed of when you're flicking the stick back up. You can't just zoom it right up or else it would be very fast. As you can see right there, it was a little slightly fast, so you have to control the tempo that you're flicking the stick up. So it is a little bit complicated and a little hard to understand, and it will be very hard to shoot with it once you start, but once you practice and get it down, it becomes very easy and you will have one of the biggest advantages to shooting in this game. I would highly recommend you spend a lot of time in the MYCAREER shooting with this, practicing with it, getting the timing down and when you're supposed to flick the stick back up. I would highly suggest you practice that for a while before you go into park, proving grounds, rec, stage, pro-am, wherever. Using it, I would make sure you practice it a lot so you can get it down and understand like the mechanics of what you have to do to make sure you're greening at least a good amount of your shots, because I'm not gonna lie, once you get it down, it'll be very easy and you will have such an advantage to shoot. But if you just go out there without any practice and not knowing what you're doing, you will miss probably a good amount of your first couple shots, and it'll probably tank your shooting percentage. You won't be shooting that good, so I suggest you go to the MYCAREER and practice this a lot before you go into online mode. I'm going to be giving you guys my settings to help you guys shoot as best as possible as well. Starting off with shot timing profile, make sure you have this on high risk reward. Shooting with rhythm shooting is going to boost your green window anyway, and then having on high risk reward will give you the biggest green window you can possibly have in the entire game. Especially in a year that has been so hard to shoot so far, I would definitely recommend you throw on high risk reward. Don't even worry about the whites with the low risk, just put on high risk so you can get the biggest green window you possibly can. My shot timing visual cue is push. Now, this does not change anything with your green window. This is honestly just preference, but I go with push. A lot of other people do go with push in 25. I feel like that is the best. Some people actually do use release. I feel like a lot of people use like set point last year. I haven't really seen that many people use set point this year, and definitely not jump. Jump is way too quick, at least for me. I would either go push or release, but this is basically up to you. This is whatever you prefer. But me and a lot of other people are using push, and I feel like especially with the high risk reward and the rhythm shooting, I feel like push visual cue is probably the best to pair with it. But like I said, it's up to you. It's your preference. But I use push. Now, thinking about it, I probably should have put this first because this is literally the most important setting when it comes to rhythm shooting. Pro stick function, you need to put this on default. If you have this on dribble moves, you will not be able to even use rhythm shooting. I think you actually will be able to use it on shots, so I guess you could put it on shots. But your pro stick function needs to be on either default or shots. If you have pro stick function on dribble moves, you will not even be able to shoot with the right stick. As it pretty much explains, is pro stick function is only for dribble moves. You will only be allowed to use the stick for dribbling. So if you have it on dribble moves, you cannot shoot with it. So I'd either go with default or shots. I don't really know the difference. But I guess if it's on shots, you can't really use it for dribbling purposes, I guess. But just go with default. Don't even mess with it, really. Because like I said, dribble moves, you can't even use the rhythm shooting, and then shots, I don't even really know what that does. But I'll just go with default just to keep it simple and actually allow you to use rhythm shooting. Alright, so getting into some in-game clips right here where you catch the ball. Obviously, this is where you're going to want to start your shot. You're going to hold the stick directly down to start your shot. And then once your player reaches the release point right here, this is where you're going to want to flick the stick directly up. Now, you want to be able to make sure you're doing it at a good tempo because you need perfect tempo and perfect timing in order for you to green a shot using rhythm shooting. I know it's probably hard to understand. I'm trying my best I possibly can to explain it in the best possible way to make sure y'all understand what you're doing, but it just takes a lot of practice and a lot of getting used to. I'm telling you, it will be a little bit hard once you start, but I'm telling you, once you practice, once you get down the mechanics and when you're supposed to release it, when you're supposed to go down and when you're supposed to go back up, and once you get the tempo down, I'm telling you, your shooting percentage will go up so fast. I also highly recommend you practice with meter first just so you can get used to it. That's personally what I did. I just practiced with meter just so I get a good visual of when you want to release it and what the timing is, and you know what I'm saying, what tempo you need. I personally went with meter first just so I can get used to it, and then once I got used to it, I was able to adapt and not have to look at the meter to see the visual. Then I obviously turned it off for that extra boost. But yeah, you're gonna want to turn it off eventually so you get that extra boost, but if you want to learn it, I would suggest you practice with meter. Yeah, man, that's basically all I have for you guys today on rhythm shooting in NBA 2K25. I hope you guys understood everything that I said as best as you possibly could. Trust me, it will take a little bit to get used to, but trust me, just practice this and practice this over and over again. If you get this down, you will become an elite shooter in NBA 2K25. If you guys enjoyed this or it did help you out, make sure y'all drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on post notifications so you guys don't miss an NBA 2K25 video. As well as going ahead over to my Twitch, twitch.tv/ADEMIGOD. Go ahead and drop me a follow over there. I'm gonna be streaming NBA 2K25 very soon. And with that all being said, man, I hope you boys enjoyed the video. But until next time, y'all, I'm out. Peace.